Hey everybody, this is PJ Riley from Lancaster Archery. Got a product video for you today. We wanted to tell you about the XOP Air Raid Evolution tree stand. This is a great tree stand from the folks at XOP, designed especially for those bow hunters out there who like to run and gun. You like to carry your stand and your sticks with you, go into the woods, move positions, do things on the fly. This is meant to be portable. And the main feature that allows it to do that is this thing weighs 12.3 pounds. That's pretty light for a tree stand of this size. And one of the things that I really like about it is I tend to like a bigger platform. So this tree stand does have 21.5 inches wide by 31 inches long. That is a generous platform for a tree stand that only weighs 12.3 pounds. And you can see how XOP was able to get that weight down. This has a fairly typical platform type. It's real open. There's not a lot of material in it, but it does have the material where you need it for it to be structurally sound. This thing is rated to 350 pounds. And a unique feature, I think, is this here. XOP calls this the I-beam. So it's not really your standard post that we see. You can see it's more like a girder, like an I-beam used for construction. How they took the material out there, and XOP said just by making this design, they were able to save about 2 pounds of material. But what they also did in that design is normally this would be like a steel tube. And those things, if you knock on them, they're hollow. It kind of makes noise, something dings against it. With this I-beam construction, this thing just is super quiet. It doesn't have that pinging sound we're used to. Some other features here. So this one is going to come with 2 straps to connect to the tree. They are those 1-inch web belts, and it's not a cam buckle. It's a simple pull tight cinch lock, and then it has a quick release here. You would just pull that to undo the strap, tighten it down, and this thing has teeth on it to hold it into place. That's what locks it in. With a tree stand, incidentally, with a hanging tree stand like this, you're not really counting on the straps to make things lock together. What makes a tree stand like this lock into the tree is your weight. When you put your weight on it, the teeth at the connection points and then the straps, they're all going to lock in. That's what makes these things super solid. So another way they were able to keep the weight down with this tree stand is it is cast aluminum. A lot of times these tree stands are steel. This one is cast aluminum, so that's also how they were able to save some weight. So you do get 2 straps, as I mentioned. They connect up here, and that's a nice connection system. I like, when you're climbing up the sticks and you have to reach around the tree to connect, having a big loop like that, you've got your connection point here. You got this big plate and then it's a thin bolt behind, but it's real easy to get that in there. The easier that is to maneuver when you're climbing up the tree, you've got your lineman's belt on. A lot of time you can only use one hand. That is just super handy to have that there. Now, let's talk about some of the leveling features here, because this one has some cool features. So right here, you can see these 2 knobs. So if I loosen these, let's say I'm in a tree that's really leaning back. And normally, you can't change the platform, and so your platform is going to pitch up. But if this tree were leaning back, I can bring this up and I can move this post down, which of course will lower the position, the front end of my stand. It will pitch it down. But obviously I'm not in that, so I can move it up. There are 3 positions for this post, and what it's doing is moving where the wires are in. Once you get it to where you want it, you're just going to tighten these knobs, and that's going to hold it into place. And then when you put your weight on it, it's going to lock it into position. So that's a cool feature there, because Trees aren't always perfectly straight. They might lean forward, they might lean back. With that, the seat also is adjustable. Right here you've got this knob. So right now I am level. So let's say the tree stand were pitched back. You know, as we mentioned how we were changing the platform for that. So by screwing that in, now you can see my seat is pitched up, which would be level if I were leaning back. I go the other way, and you can see I'm doing this. I don't need any tools, so you can do this in the air when you're hanging the stand. You don't need anything special. Now it's tilted down. With the seat, you are going to get this great pad. It's super thick. I don't know what that is, like 3 inches or so, and it's fairly dense. It's got a hard portion on the top here, so it's not going to just mush down when you sit on it, you know, and go to nothing, just flatten out. You are going to have some padding because it's nice and dense. And what I like about it is, okay, so I'm sitting down. That's nice and comfortable. If I flip up, now I have this in my back, which that's not always the most comfortable. You know, that's going to be right in your lumbar, kind of that hard metal. Well, with this, we've got these elastic connections on the back. So I can flip the seat up, put it back. Now I'm leaning against that. That certainly is much more comfortable than having that seat. Fold it back, just reconnect my elastic straps. Now I'm ready to go again. So just like I said, great, well-built, large stand. I like a larger tree stand for hunting. Just makes me feel more secure up there with that 31-inch platform. As we mentioned, it is intended for those run and gun hunters, so you will get backpack straps. You can put those on the platform so you can wear the platform in. Of course, you can always attach it to a backpack too if that's how you like to get that in, just to give you, you know, so you can get into the backcountry hands-free. You will also get a full body safety harness. If you don't have one of your own, you do get one with the tree stand. All right, that is the XOP Air Raid Evolution. Great tree stand from the folks at XOP. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to click that bell to get notifications whenever we put out new videos. And as always, if you have any questions, you can visit us at lancasterarchery.com.